Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. So there's a couple of things I want to say. This is after the big patch. I was waiting for it to come out before I continue playing again, right? Because a lot of things broke. So I am happy to announce that this is 1.03 and it's great. As you can see, one, two, three, four. Okay. Summons now have like this weird thing on them to make them easier to see, and they no longer have collision. Yay! At least not with your main character.
Please hurry.
Oh yeah, I talked to all this. Let's go up and like see if any of the guards have things to say. I doubt it, but yeah. Worthless waste of time. Oh, hi.
New around here, huh? I'd offer you a job, but you don't look like someone who needs to count every coin. Besides, the folks here wouldn't let an outsider take their work.
What are you doing here?
Keeping an eye on the goods Connacht provides to strengthen the capital. We're gathering what we can, timber, supplies, and soon, the men here. Then we'll take the people and head back to Camelot. We're building a home there, for Avalonians who want to escape the wordness. It's getting worse by the day, I tell you.
What if the people of Kunak won't go?
Then they'll die, sooner rather than later. Don't get me wrong, I understand. This is their home, their land. But if they want to live, they need to come with us. Otherwise, the wordness will take them. And trust me, nobody wants to end up like that.
Can I help with anything?
Appreciate you asking. There is one small thing if you're up for it. Since I can't leave my post and my friend Bryn needs these gauntlets right away, I need a courier. That's you. Don't worry, he'll pay you. Though if we're being fair, it should be my coin since I bought him this pair, but I'd rather he have them now than wait.
Who's Bryn? Where can I find him?
A friend of mine. He also guards workers nearby, under that old oak they call Merlin for some reason. People of Connacht are a strange bunch. Poor guy's stuck there all day, and his workers are as talkative as mine, meaning not at all. He even helps them sometimes. That's how he ruined his gauntlets. If he doesn't get them back, he'll waste away from boredom.
Hello there. It's nice to see a new face, especially from this side of the bars, if you know what I mean.
Who are you?
Really? You walk into the prison and ask the one man in Camelot soldier gear who he is? Oh, that's a good one. Well, stranger, I'm Flan, and I am a prison guard. Fortunately, I'm not terribly overworked, now that most people have either left for Camelot or died of Red Plague. Oh, was that insensitive? My apologies.
It's good you're not overlooked, though, isn't it?
Well, it depends. Take this, for example. We have a beggar here, all mother bless his soul, who figured out that committing only minor offenses would land him here, rather than at the gallows. This way, instead of begging on the streets, he gets a roof over his head and a warm meal paid for by Camelot. How clever must you be to come up with that? Pretty clever, I'd say. I probably would have done the same if I were him.
May Morrigan's wings shield you from enemy eyes.
So, you're looking for the children. That means one of two things. You want in, or you're in the way. Which is it?
I want in. Tell me more.
See, that's the wrong answer. If you knew the words, you wouldn't need to ask. Means someone's feeding them to you, using you to clear the board. And that ends with your death.
Looks to be you. Ow.
O All-Mother, keeper of day and night, shelter us in your embrace. Oh, I hope I'm not bothering you.
Not really. Who are you praying?
My family. My daughter, her husband, and my grandson. We all used to live in this house together. Now, I don't even know whether they're still inside.
If you were living together, then how can you not know?
I was visiting my sister in the borough for what might have been the last time. She's 2 years younger than I am, but she's always been sickly. When I got back, the plague was already raging. The Red Priests either took the others or drove them away. Nobody can tell me if they took my family to the island asylum, or if they're all lying dead inside, with flies crawling all over them. So I sit here and pray. What else can I do?
I'm sorry about your family.
Thank you. If you ever pray to the All-Mother, please keep us in your thoughts too.
I will do more on that. I will go inside and check if your loved ones are still there.
Oh, but that's dangerous. You've got so much life ahead of you. Do you really want to risk it for an old woman you don't even know? Not only could you get sick, but if the Reds catch you, they'll hang you.
Don't worry, I'm immune.
Really? The All-Mother must have truly blessed you. All right. Thank you. Just be careful that the Red Priests don't catch you.
I went inside. Your family is there. I found the letters inside.
Thank you. You're a good person. Now I'll pray to the All-Mother for my family to come back safe, and for you too.
Okay.
Help a soul out on your journey.
Okay.
You doing okay?
Oh, is that you, Roy? Have you finally come to visit your grandpa?
Nope, I visited your home. Your family's gone.
I won't listen to this drivel. One more lie, and you'll all regret it.
Here's a letter for you.
Anyone could write such nonsense. That's it. I've had enough of your scheming. Goodbye.
Always.
I couldn't convince her to get help. I'm sorry.
Damn it. Damn it. I know you tried. This isn't your fault. It's mine. Wilbur was my patient. I can't run this hospital all on my own. It's an impossible task.
Well, you definitely need someone to help you out here.
Someone with money, preferably. I won't lie. I've thought about it already. More than once. Someone who can supply us with ingredients. Maybe an alchemist to make the medicines. At one point, I even considered asking the Red Priests for help. But Neonte would have my head. Then I thought about Orwin and the Merchants' Union. But I can't abandon the patients just to have a long discussion about the business prospects of a failing hospital.
What does Neonte have against the Red Priests?
What doesn't she have against them? First, she abhors the doctrine of K on a purely theological level. Her words, not mine. And then it's all about politics. She says the influence of the Red Church is undermining the position of the All-Mother on Avalon. I don't know. Maybe people just turn to whoever is willing to help. If the priestesses aren't enough, someone has to step in.
But the priest methods are questionable.
I know. That's why I'm hesitant. But some of them are also quite innovative. No one can deny that their research into the Red Death has led to real progress in medicine. I suppose if I were ever to run a hospital with one, I'd have to make sure they don't get too ambitious.
I could talk to someone for you.
You'd do that? For me? Why? I just told you the hospital has no money. I can't pay you for your efforts.
Well, when the hospital does have money, we could forge a partnership.
I suppose. You come across a lot of rare ingredients on your travels. I'm sure we could use your help. Thank you. Even if it doesn't work out. Your offer means the world to me. I've been alone with this for so long. It's good to finally have some hope.
Always a pleasure. Good day. Let me know if anything catches your eye.
Illy's looking for an investor for the hospital. She was wondering if you might help.
She is? That's interesting news. Though I had no idea the hospital had financial problems. I thought it was funded by our brave Camelocian army. Or was it Lord Yvain? I can never remember.
It's run by Camelot, but Lord Yvain appointed Niante as the head of the hospital.
Who in turn dumped the entire responsibility onto her poor apprentice. That sounds like a complete disaster of mismanagement. Still, with a bit of restructuring, it might not be entirely hopeless. That said, a hospital doesn't exactly strike me as a lucrative venture, and I'm not in business for charity. When I invest, I expect a return. And here, I just don't see it.
It's a hospital. People always need healers, and you could charge them for medicine.
That's true. But in Connacht, people would sooner dig up their grandmother's miracle recipes than pay for something they used to get for free. I need some concrete ideas.
Treat the locals for free, but charge Camelotian full price?
Don't let Legate Denholm hear you say that. Well, at least not until we've made it happen. With how people feel about Camelot, a move like that could make the Merchants' Union popular enough to topple Lord Yvain. Not that we'd actually want to do that, of course. I can see you've put some thought into this. I can't stand when people pitch me a business opportunity and expect me to figure everything out for them.
So you'll invest?
Not just me, I hope. We'll need backing from the rest of the Merchants' Union. Start with Bonksy and Osmond. Get them to join in. And talk to Erwin, since we'll need an alchemist. The more support we have, the better.
I wasn't expecting company. Elixirs.
Merchant Union wants to take patronage over the hospital in Kunak.
And? I assume you're here to hand me an invitation? Let's skip the pleasantries. Why would merchants take over the patronage of a hospital? And why should I have anything to do with it?
The people of Kunak deserves a proper place that will truly serve them.
Touching, but I'll have to disappoint you. I couldn't care less. The people of Connacht have always had a knack for entrusting their lives to magical scarecrows, like that men here looming over us. As you can see, wisdom isn't their strong suit. If you don't have a better argument, we might as well end this conversation now.
How about prestige? Another channel to sell your products? The possibilities are many.
It's true that my business has been struggling for some time now. The priests are to blame. Ever since they started strutting around Connacht, people have been hesitant to use the services of alchemists, afraid of how the Red Church might react. Fine. You've got my attention. But you'll have to put in some effort.
Are the Red Priests stirring people against alchemists?
Not yet. But who knows what those rats will come up with next. They've already shown they're clever. Quarantining an entire district? Sure, why not? Carting people off to the island asylum? Absolutely. They're turning the Red Death into some incomprehensible nightmare, using methods far removed from anything scientific or rational. I wouldn't be surprised if they start meddling with my business soon enough.
What do you want me to do?
I've been having a serious problem with my supplies lately. The Red Church is hoarding every remotely valuable alchemical ingredient for themselves. Here's a list of items I particularly need. Come back when you have everything. Then I'll join this union, whatever that turns out to be. Now off with you. You've got plenty of work ahead. You're back.
Always a pleasure to see you. Hello. Coming back to me, I see. You must have excellent taste.
Alwyn would like to know if you'll support the merchant union investing in the local hospital.
Ha! I'm not surprised he's asking me. Without my financial backing and, more importantly, my experience, most of the guild's investments wouldn't stand a chance. They really value my involvement, and that gives me leverage. In other words, I can do a bit of bargaining.
What do you want?
Have you heard the legend of Robbie of Grubwood? A bandit who stole from rich merchants and gave the gold to commoners. They say he was an incredible archer. At least, that's how the story goes. People say the same about me, but I'm still waiting for someone to write a song about me, like they did for Robbie. It's only a matter of time. Robbie's long dead. I heard someone in his gang betrayed him. He's buried in a tomb not far from here, along with his bow. And that bow has been on my mind for a while now, you see. According to legend, it's made from centuries-old yew, and enchanted by a druid whose life Robbie once saved. Bring me that bow, and I'll support Alwyn's investment. What do you say?
Alright, I'll find it and bring it to you.
That's what I like to hear. I always say sticking close to older, more experienced folks is worth it. There's so much you can learn from them. Am I right? Of course I am! What about it? Then what do you...
Oh, hello there. Good to see you.
I heard that the merchant union want to invest in the hospital. Are you joining in?
I don't know. I got an offer to supply ingredients for healing potions. But honestly, that doesn't sound very exciting. My adventures are more about leaping over chasms and escaping collapsing ruins than gathering wildflowers.
Rare plants tend to grow in strange places.
Maybe so, but it's still not worth spending as much time on it as Alwyn wants. I could be exploring underground labyrinths or running from guards across rooftops instead.
If you can handle the journey, you can handle carrying a little extra.
You know what? You're right. That could work. But I can't go anywhere until I sell off all my wares. How about it? Want to take the lot? I'll give you a big discount. Yes? Did you manage to scrape together the money? Oh, I hope so. I'm starting to feel like I'm rooted to this spot.
Alright, fine.
Fantastic. If you don't need something, you can always sell it later and even make a profit. Let Alwyn know I'm in, and I can't wait for my first trip to gather ingredients. Life's too short to play it safe. Where's the fun in that? Good to see. Luck.
Athletics proficiencies by 20.
Oh, hello there.
The old shelter quest is still on there. It didn't fix it. Okay. Blades in the shadow? Oh. I'm glad you can just teleport between maps like this. It's nice.
Sometimes it's nice to just...
I met Arden Shadowblade. He's just a kid living with his father in the cottage.
Oh, well, that changes things. I still think he shouldn't be writing about something as serious as armor smithing, but if he's just a kid, I guess I can cut him some slack.
I have a letter from Arden for you. He'd like to correspond with you.
A letter? Yeah, fine. Give it to me. I'll read it. Arden. Well, damn it. That kid seems really nice. I'll write back to him. I'll reply to all his letters. I feel foolish for ever wishing him ill. He's just a young guy fascinated by the craft. If I'd heard my teenage self rambling about blacksmithing, I'd smack myself over the head with a hammer. Thank you for finding him. Who knows? Maybe in a few years he'll grow into a really promising apprentice.
Awesome. I'll keep it. Oh, well, since I'm here, I might as well forge some armor. Upgrade. I am always going to use these swords, aren't I? Sharpening stone and meteoric ore. How are those? Do I need to make more? 73 and 50. I'm gonna give myself 100 more of those. Give myself 100 more of those. Feel like, there you go. You know what? Let's just do that. Because I don't feel like going around and physical attack regenerate 15% damage. Oh, no, that's bad. Increase melee damage. Okay. Spell power. Okay. That's good. It's health. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that as well. Yeah, these gloves are probably never going to be replaced. Okay. Is there anything in here that I care about? Not really. Okay. Upgrades it is. Oh my god, yes, leather. How could I forget about leather? Goodness. I probably need so much of it. Yeah, look at that. So hard to get leather. Get 9,000, 4,000, but this doesn't really upgrade anything. Spell power, critical chance. Oh my god, 11,000? Ridiculous. So much money. Okay, we'll leave some money.
Always good to have a little rest.
Yeah, like upgrading in this game, ridiculous. It costs so much of everything. I need to go down. That's too much down. I can survive. Ooh, okay. Barely.
Thanks for the... That's really... Well... My name is... I... That's why I gave it... If... Maybe I... You as... I understand. I'm sorry. Thanks for the visit. Haven't you? Goodbye.
You just take this?
You need something?
Oh, here's the grindstone. I can upgrade here now. Okay.
If nobody's working the anvil, then it means the forge is closed, and it will stay closed until Beor gets better.
What happened?
A woman happened. He was chasing after some girl he thought the world of. Almost ended up shuffling right off this mortal coil. One time he went to see her and didn't come back for 2 days. I looked for him all night. It was only in the morning that I found him. He was all the way on the outskirts of Kurnacht. Alive, but barely. Afterwards, he seemed to be getting better. Everything went back to normal. For a while. I could see that he was starting to struggle with swinging the hammer, until one day he just passed out completely. Now he just lies there, barely breathing. I have no idea how to help him. Nianti, Maggot, none of them know what's wrong with him either. I told him that it's no use chasing after a girl, that she'll come to him if she wants to. Stupid kid. I feel bad for him.
And the girl, what happened?
What do I care? Whatever happened there could have been her fault, so excuse me for not running to rescue her. I only know that she wasn't from here. Beor's wound wasn't caused by a mere boar, oh no. Hell knows what happened there.
Do you know where he was attacked?
He didn't want to tell me what actually happened. But I know that youngsters in love used to visit this one cave with a spring. It was all hogwash, if you ask me. Maybe they went there and were attacked by weird beasts or something. I don't know. To be fair, I don't give a damn now, and I didn't then either. I only cared that Beor was alive.
All right then.
If you're here to chat, you've wasted a trip. Speak up or ship out. I've got things to sort. Well, are you standing there for a reason, or is the scenery here all that captivating?
You have any jobs?
Jobs? Check the notice board outside. There's always something that needs doing, and I don't have time to spell it all out. Can you read? Can you lift more than a feather? Then there's work for you.
You don't seem too pleasant.
Pleasant is for feasts and fair days, neither of which you'll find here. I'm here to keep us supplied and alive, not to make friends. If you need coddling, you've come to the wrong place.
I got some questions. Who are you?
I'm Shine, quartermaster of Camelot's Legion here in Kurnacht. My job is making sure this Legion doesn't fall apart from lack or neglect. A thankless job, let me assure you.
Can you tell me about your commander?
Legate Denholm runs the show here, and I make sure his boots are on solid ground. He's got a head for strategy and a heart for politics. He dreams of dragging Connacht out of the muck and into Camelot's arms. I just keep the wheels greased, so his grand plans don't grind to a halt.
Tell me about something yourself.
My story? Huh. It's locked up tighter than our armory and just about as useful to you. Focus on what you need to do, not on digging up dirt.
Okay. Is there anything else I could do for you apart from the task on the board?
I don't know where all that eagerness comes from, but I'm starting to think if I had 10 of you, my job would be a whole lot easier. And as it happens, I might have something for you, though it's a little different from what you've been doing so far.
Sounds good already.
It seems that over the past few weeks, some of our supplies have been going missing. Just small amounts, and I'm not gonna lie, I didn't even notice at first. But when I checked the books at the end of the month, the numbers told the truth. Someone's been stealing the Legion supplies, and I won't stand for it.
What kind of supplies are you missing?
At first, it was mostly just food, so I figured it must be rats and set up some traps. But not only did the traps turn up empty, the next time I checked, a hammer, a saw, and a couple of knives were missing too. I don't know about you, but I've never heard of a rat that can chew through iron.
Do you have any suspects?
I thought I did. One of the lads, Percy, volunteered to guard the supplies. Seemed like a decent enough guy, but, well, I guess I was wrong. The next day, Percy was gone, and with him, even more of the supplies. His mates swear he'd never do that. They say that the army was his entire life, but I find it hard to believe. The problem is, the thefts haven't stopped, so I'm guessing he had some accomplices.
Where do you keep the supplies?
In the storefront nearby. Maybe you'll find something, because I am all out of ideas.
About the bounties. Here are the claws.
Aye, these are bear claws indeed. You've got a knack for this. Or just plain luck. Either way, these will do nicely. Good, now maybe I can actually secure those tents properly. What is it now? If it's
Here's the pelts.
So the job's done? And here I was, ready to send out a search party. You are full of surprises, which is more than I can say for most of the folks around here.
Here are the marrow gas.
Marrow gas shells, and in one piece. Impressive. These will keep our armor strong and our soldiers breathing. Don't expect a parade, but yeah, well done. Now, move along.
Here are the skins.
Finally, Croakmore's skin. I'll make sure this goes to good use. Didn't think you had it in you, but you proved me wrong. Keep it up. Wow, look at you. You've done everything I asked. Hunted down Croakmore, collected Marrowgas shells, and even more in between. Must have kept you quite busy, right? You know, sometimes I feel a bit odd posting all these tasks. They can seem pointless, running back and forth, fetching this and that. But some people, they just need something to keep their hands busy and their minds off darker thoughts. Keeps them from getting underfoot, or doing something reckless. Good to know you're one of those who can handle it. Keeps things running smoothly around here. So, good job, I suppose. Now don't let it go to your head. There's always more to be done, and I'm sure I'll have another task for you soon enough.
Awesome.
Back again?
Okay, nothing. Let's grab quests first.
Open up, Furkit. We know you're in there.
Get lost! You've taken everything from me. I won't give you anything else.
Stop whining and open up. We've got to talk. I've had enough of this lunatic. Keep an eye on him in case he gets out. I need a rest. What do you want?
I'm just curious what's going on here.
then go be curious somewhere else. We have our orders.
Open up, Furkit!
Not a chance!
Perhaps I could try talking to him. What happened?
No, you could not, because it isn't your job. But if you really must know, yesterday one of our warehouses caught fire because of one of Furkit's inventions. Denham ordered us to investigate, but how are we supposed to do that if we can't question the suspect? Come on, Furkit! I don't have all day!
I don't care! Leave me alone!
He doesn't know me. He's sooner to talk to me than any of you.
I don't know you either. Why should I trust you with such a delicate task? Forget it. Unless Denham says otherwise, we'll keep at it until he relents.
Furkit!
Get lost!
If it turns out he set fire to the warehouse on purpose, I'm going to kill him myself!
Well, look who it is. The one who reignited the men here. I must say I'm impressed. Tell me, how did you manage to do that?
Actually, I don't know. I just did.
Fascinating. You may not know, but I suspect the Kaya whispers her word to those who listen, even if they don't realize it. Tell me, would you like to help further? The people of Connacht are in need, and someone like you could make all the difference.
What needs to be done?
The fields of Connacht are dying, their lifeblood drained by the creeping weirdness. If the crops fail, the people starve, and starving people are restless people. That cannot happen. Properly placed, they can shield the farmlands long enough for a harvest to be salvaged. It's not the perfect solution, but it's a start. And if the people see that the priests care for their well-being, they'll be more inclined to trust us. I need someone capable to handle this. Someone like you.
Word lanterns?
You've seen them around, no doubt. They're simple enough in appearance, but the knowledge to craft them isn't as common as you'd think. Unfortunately, I don't have the recipe myself. If I did, this wouldn't be an issue. You'll need to find someone who knows the craft, someone familiar with the weirdness or the old ways. But be cautious. Those who keep such knowledge don't part with it easily. Secrets, after all, are a kind of power. But I'm sure you'll manage. You've done the impossible before.
Who would have even such knowledge?
A druid would be ideal, of course. They hold the deepest ties to the old ways, and to the secrets of the weirdness. Here they have Maggot, but I wouldn't count on him if I were you. But there may be others who might help. Furkit, the local inventor, has a knack for turning scraps of knowledge into working tools. If not him, perhaps someone who deals in druidic artifacts. Collectors sometimes know more than they let on.
What's the catch?
Legate Denholm won't be pleased. He prefers the weirdness close. It makes travel to Camelot faster. But this isn't about his ambitions. It's about the people of Connacht and what they need to survive. Help me do this, and you'll have not only my gratitude, but the gratitude of every farmer whose fields we save. So, my men here, Whisperer, what say you? Will you lend a hand and help the people of Connacht?
I will help you. People need to survive here.
Good. I knew you'd see the importance of this. Together, we'll keep the fields alive and the people fed. For now, at least.
If I have the lanterns, what next?
Once you have the lanterns, they need to be placed around the farmlands. Start with the fields of Reese and Ida. They work as a couple and have some of the largest crops in Connacht. Then head to the lands of Rob and Gil. They're brothers and, while they're stubborn, their fields are crucial to the town's food supply. Without their harvest, we'd be in serious trouble. Position the lanterns carefully. Their glow will push back the weirdness, at least for a time. It won't be a permanent solution, but it's what we need to survive the season.
I wasn't expecting company. Ah, you must be the one I've heard so much about. A curious figure. Navigating the shadows of Connacht. Solving problems where others stumble. Allow me to introduce myself. Brother Vitus, humble servant of the Red Church, or so the official title goes. I prefer to think of myself as an architect of change.
Change? What kind of change?
The kind that reshapes institutions and realigns priorities. The church as it stands is stagnant, weighed down by those who use it as a platform for ambition rather than service. Fabius, for instance, is a fine example of what I aim to correct. I seek reform. Nothing so dramatic as rebellion, of course. A more elegant approach is required. One must lay the groundwork, build alliances, and ensure that when the time comes, the transition is seamless.
Isn't Fabius your superior?
On parchment, yes. In practice, let's just say the hierarchy of the Red Church is more fluid than it appears. Fabius holds the title, but titles are transient. Influence, vision, and the ability to shape the Church's future, those are what truly matter. And in those areas, he's sorely lacking. Let him bask in his authority while it lasts. The tides are shifting, and soon enough, even he will see that he's relying on borrowed time.
And where do I fit into this?
I'd like to ask you to speak with Anselm, Yvain's major domo. He's a man of considerable influence. He holds the respect of the people and the keys to the court. Should Yvain's position become vacant, Anselm will step into power. A useful ally, wouldn't you agree? But Anselm is cautious, perhaps even suspicious of anyone bearing the church's seal. This is where you come in.
What's in it for me?
Ah, pragmatic soul, I like that. Let's say a generous reward and the gratitude of someone who is quietly shaping the future of Connacht. Not a bad return for a small favor, wouldn't you agree?
Okay, I'll help you.
Excellent. I knew you'd see potential in this opportunity. Together, we'll ensure Anselm sees the value of our efforts. The caravan is on its way. Find it. Secure the supplies and deliver them along with my greetings. Take whatever else you find. Coins, trinkets, that sort of thing. But the sealed crates? They must go to Anselm untouched. Consider it a sign of good faith. Do this and you'll have my gratitude. And perhaps more.
Oh, it's you. You look, well, all things considered. I always knew you had to have survived. There simply wasn't any other possibility.
Do I know you?
Ah, no. Sadly not. I apologize for my forwardness. It's just, I've read so much about you. I feel as though we've known each other for ages. I've spent hours poring over the drawings of your vascular system. Enough that I'm fairly certain I could recreate them from memory. Oh, I'm so glad you're here now. If there's anything you need, please let me know. I'd be happy to help.
Are you one of the Red priests who experimented on me?
Oh, no. That honor fell to others. I was merely a silent admirer. Though I have to say, I do think they were rather heavy-handed with you. I've heard no one had much faith in you. But that doesn't excuse carelessness, don't you think?
You know why they did this to me?
Why, indeed. I have my suspicions, but nothing I can say for certain. Not yet, at least. You left so suddenly. Your case was in chaos. Incomplete notes, no one willing to talk. It was all very frustrating. That said, I do know a few things about what happened to you. And, more importantly, about the people who allowed it to happen. I'd need to dig through my notes, though. In the meantime, there's something I'd like you to help me with.
What do you want?
Straight to the point, I see. Oh, I do like you. You've got a sharp mind, and I'm really glad they didn't break it by accident. I need items touched by the weirdness. It's a personal fascination of mine. The way the weirdness reshapes even the most ordinary things is incredible. It can take something entirely mundane, like, well, you, for example, and turn it into something extraordinary and unrecognizable. Bring me a few of these items, and by then, I should be ready to share what I know about the experiments. Now, is there anything else?
Who are the people you